Read on.
And the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
The course of their actions shall stand in their power. Read.
A man shall desire to go into a city.
A man shall desire to go into a city and what?
And shall not be able.
And what?
And shall not be able.
And shall not be able. We're in that time, brothers and sisters. I know y'all think those tolls are there, those bridges are there just to build the infrastructure and keep the roads nice and in good condition when you cross over. And you look at some of these roads, man, they might as well blow the bridge up. They're not putting money towards those roads. They're putting those tolls there in place so that you will not be able to travel city to city when martial law, when this thing is instituted. If you don't have a chip, if you don't have some level of identification that's instituted at that time, you will not be able to travel into another city. The Bible speak of this thousands of years before the technology was ever put in place. The Bible is real, brothers and sisters. You will not be able to go into another city unless you have this new identification that we're bringing forth, that they're bringing forth. Excuse me. Read.
Verse 18. For because of their pride.
Because of their what?
For because of their pride.
Because of their pride. And you know there's no more proud people than the children of Israel. There's no more proud people than America itself, so to speak. Read.
For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled.
The cities shall be troubled. Read.
The houses shall be destroyed.
The houses shall be destroyed.
And men shall be afraid.
And men shall be afraid. Now I can understand how this is on a whole nother level, because back when Ezra was seeing this, men had a different demeanor about them. But in our system, women are the men. A lot of men are running around homos. Running around with pink shirts on and tight little shirts and tight pants on. And they're going to be running like little girls, screaming like little women when this thing hit. Read.
Verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor.
This is where we're coming at. Where man shall have no pity on his neighbor. And we're living in that time now. You have a gang member that'll come and just kill you and just go eat lunch. This is what we're dealing with here. People that don't have pity on each other anymore. Read.
But shall destroy their houses with the sword.
They shall destroy their houses with the sword. And notice that Barack Obama right now is now putting legislation in place. The legislation he's putting in place now is to stop people from actually purchasing guns and putting people on a no gun buy list. So first it was a no fly list. Now it's a no gun list. Now they're doing this by total trickery. The ATF is shipping guns over to Mexico, and they're tracing the guns that they're shipping to Mexico to put a ban on the gun owners in America, claiming that people are purchasing straw purchases and giving the guns to Mexicans when it's the government, to stop you from actually getting a gun to protect yourself, knowing that they must disarm you before they come to your house with the guns. This is what's this is what's going on here. When it's not the legal buyers that have the guns, it's the illegal people that are stirring up the trouble with illegal guns. So how is stopping people from getting a legal gun helping the system? They want to make sure law-abiding people are not able to protect themselves when it's time. That's what's going on here. Read it.
But they shall destroy their houses with the sword.
With the sword, with guns, because that's the modern day sword. Read.
And spoil their goods.
And shall spoil their goods. All the stuff you worked for, you thought was yours. Read.
Because of the lack of bread.
People, because of the lack of bread, because food is so high, because people are suffering, they're going to start taking from other people. Are we not living in that time right now? Where you can't go in certain areas, they'll rob you, rob everything on you. Oh yeah, I'm going to need those sneaks, bro. Matter of fact, give me that car. Carjacking. Nice car, huh? You shined it all weekend. Now you walking with no shoes. Walking on a highway with no shoes. They took your shoes and your car. Read.
And for great tribulation.
And for great tribulation, read.
Behold, saith the Most High, I will call together all the kings of the earth.
The Most High is now calling together all the kings of the earth together for war. Read.
To reverence me.
To reverence him. Read.
Which are from the rising of the sun.
The rising from the sun is far east. Starting with the east. Read.
From the south, from the east, and Libanus, to turn themselves one against another, and repay the things that they have done to them.
Now the Most High is stirring up all the kings in the earth to pay the things that was done to God's people. That's why there's war all over the earth right now. And the poor is going to rise through this. Those that follow the Most High in Christ and keep his commandments will make it through this. These are the next leaders being shaped through warfare. This is, I'm telling you, a lot of people are not going to make it, but those that make it through this, they will be untouchable. Read.
Verse 21. Like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also.
So the things they're doing to the chosen, the Most High is going to put it back on their own head. Yes, we come down on our own, but the nations are not exempt, and the people that are controlling this earth are not exempt from judgment. Judgment is going to come on the powers that rule this earth. Read.
And recompense in their bosom. Thus saith the Most High Power, my right hand shall not spare the sinners, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth.
So the Most High is not going to excuse his people, and he's not going to excuse the governments. He will not excuse the governments that have executed death and destruction against God's people. Someone asked, well, doesn't it say, he that liveth by the sword shall die by the sword? Absolutely, it says, he that liveth by the sword shall die by the sword. That means if you use the sword to kill for your personal substance, if you use the sword to live like the Idumean powers have done in this earth, if you use the sword to actually come up on other people, then you're going to die by it. But it's not talking about protecting yourself. Christ says to sell your cloak. He that have a garment, sell your garment and get a sword. So if someone come up in your house, you're not living by the sword, you're protecting your house. They come through a window, somebody need to find them on the lawn someplace. Okay, because I'll tell you what, if you don't take care of business right there, they're going to come and they're going to take everything you have, and they may kill you and everyone in your house. So is that what it should be? No. Listen, you come through the window if you want. Okay, you're gonna wish you picked another window. And see, and that's the spirit you have to be in. You can't serve the Most High dead. Okay, wake up. I don't know what they've been programming people with, but Israel was protecting themselves with the sword since they were a nation. Okay, thou shalt not murder. Murder is different. But if someone is coming up into your place, you can protect yourself. Murder is unjust killing. That's what murder is. Murder is unjust killing. Read on.
Verse 23. The fire is gone forth from his wrath, and hath consumed the foundations of the earth, and sinners like the straw that is kindled. Woe to them that sin, and keep not my commandment, saith the Most High. I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children from the power, defile not my sanctuary. For the Most High knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore delivereth he them unto death and destruction. For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. For the Most High shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him. Behold, an horrible vision, and appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon the earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. Also the Carmanians, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come, and join battle with them, and shall waste away a portion of the land of the Assyrians.
Okay, I need you to go to hold that, because that's going into the world war. We already covered that a couple of weeks ago. I need you to hold that. I need you to go into the second coming real quick. Start at Matthew 24 and 28.
St. Matthew chapter 24 verse 28.
Go ahead.
For wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together.
Go ahead.
Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light.
When it says the tribulation of those days, it's talking about the destruction that's coming into this earth. The end of the tribulation that started in 70 AD when our people was running from the Romans. Read.
Immediately after immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light.
Go ahead.
And the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn.
When it says all the tribes of the earth shall mourn, all the nations in the earth are going to feel this pain that's coming on. That's what's happening right now. All the nations that were in league with so-called the powers that be the Western world are now being deceived and destroyed. Like the countries, the Middle Easterns, they was complicit as long as they were making that money with the oil and destroying God's people. But now the Most High is coming down on them. But we know what happens when they finally go against Iran. Hold on to your seats, because they're about to do it. They're about to go against Iran. You're about to see life change all over the earth. It's about to happen. Read.
And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven.
We shall see Christ coming. Every eye shall see him when he return. Read.
With power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet.
He should send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet. Read.
And they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of the heaven to the other.
And at that time, Christ is going to begin to gather his people from the four winds of heaven, from all over the earth. Now, I know some people are saying, well, maybe I can make it in America. America is going to be utterly wasted at that time. Read.
Verse 32. Now learn a parable of the fig tree, when his branch is yet tender.
Go ahead.
And putteth forth leaves. Ye know that summer is nigh. So likewise, ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. Heaven and earth shall not pass away. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. But of that day and hour knoweth no man.
Read it again.
But of that day and hour knoweth no man.
No man can prophesy the exact day and hour that Christ is returning. So you have these CIA plants that are out there clothed as preachers telling people that Christ is going to come back in May. or he's coming back and what do you say? Now